Now from the home of the 49ers, Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. So good to have you along for the ride this year. It's the Monday night opener, and off we go here with Week 1. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Don't jump, ready?
We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And a nice run to start out. 6 yards on the first play of the game. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Aguilar goes off in motion.
Go.
Now a second down throw for feet. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Aguilar goes off in motion.
Right.
Here's Fields. He's got his man, complete to Wilson. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, son.
They'll go again with Hall. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Right.
Another run here with Hall. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Jets have a first down.
Over the last couple years, Mike, we've seen the trend in the NFL is that third down has really become a passing down, but not here. Not for this team. They keep the ball on the ground. They're able to pick up a big gain. fresh set of downs.
They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up first and goal.
Here we go, son.
Aguilar goes off in motion. Here comes the jet sweep. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the first down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that game.
Here we go. Tonight.
They'll try to run it with Hall. And he will power his way into the end zone. Reese Hall, touchdown, New York. Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Jets have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. To return is Ricky Pearsall. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. Here's first and 10. They'll throw to begin with Purdy. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down. The 5-yard line.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
The ball comes out, and fortunately this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
Purdy now on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Third down. Purdy. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
So on fourth down, the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowsky, out to punt. And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Here we go.
Aguilar goes off in motion.
Go.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag.
Here we go. Good.
Fields operating out of the pistol. And they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. Good for a Jets first down. So quarter one in the books. The opening Monday nighter of this new season. 7-0 is our score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
This one taken in by Reynolds. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Off the play action, here's Fields. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Anders Carlson here now to try the field goal. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. Carlson's kick is good. And the Jets will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. The NFL's leading rusher a season ago, Christian McCaffrey. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Quinnen Williams there to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Purdy. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. Give them 16 there, and a 1st down. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. So Kittle comes in motion. To throw on first down is Purdy. That's complete. It's the rookie from Ole Miss. Second and a yard. From the gun, it's Purdy. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Heading outside, going to be close. It's going to depend on the spot. But they're going to mark him short, and it is going to be fourth down.
The key to this play, Mike, was defensively their ability to stretch this ball and make him go laterally. Anytime you could force the ball carrier to go sideways on third and short, it gives your defenders time to rally, make the tackle for no gain, brings up fourth down.
And he's going to have the 49ers first down. They managed to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
On first and 10, it's Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Throw, left side, complete to Pearsall. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards. First and 10. Purdy. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It's such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, first and goal. And at the very least, got to come away with some points.
Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it'll lead to a second and goal. Here's Purdy again. That one intercepted. That's the safety, Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
Here we go, son.
They go play action with Fields. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback, but the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
So we've reached halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the new year. as we get you to Orlando. Say hello to my old pal, Jonathan Coachman, with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. First and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Matthew Judon in there for the sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield.
Here we go, son.
Aguilar goes off in motion. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end.
And he will go all the way. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, New York. Carlson now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jets move further out in front. It is now 17-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
Okay, ready?
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Purdy works out of the pistol. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to
Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. Picked off by Michael Carter.
go. You're good.
It's first down, and it's Hall. Room up the sideline at the 45. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
Here we go. Shot. Right.
On first down, they go right back to Hall. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Bernardo Green there to bring him down. Second and 7.
Here we go.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Don't jump. Ready? Right.
On the handoff, here comes Hall. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Malik Mustafa there to bring him down. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches.
Here we go. Tonight.
They'll try to run for it with Hall. To take this inside the 40 to the 39, but most importantly, they've got it. That's a first down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
Here we go.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Go.
A give. Here's Hall. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Here we go. Hey, can. Tonight.
On the give, it's Hall. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Here we go, son. Tonight.
Back to throw is Fields. He gets that to the veteran Aguilar. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, son.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
Here we go.
In motion comes Lazard. They'll run. This is Hall. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats, and that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations. And on that third down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up fourth down.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. Fourth and a couple. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. The offense staying out there for this fourth down.
Here we go.
That's taken in. And he's going to have the first down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on fourth down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here we go.
Fields from the pistol. This one intercepted. Picked off by Diamador Lenore.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their second. They'll try again here. Second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right, and I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter. I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Sauce Gardner. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his...